we saw was the child. So the child is new beginnings, starting off fresh, which is a great place to start. It's the early stages, the very beginning of something. Okay, then you've got the heart, which is your love life. So starting off something new with your love life. Love, passion, purpose. And then you've got the anchor, which is stability, security. So in this new love, you're feeling very confident with your stability, your security, and you're feeling like a sense of permanence. Get the tree. And you've got the garden, which is a meeting place. It's an area of like society, right? It's where you go to relax, get fresh air, announce things, make it public. So maybe you are considering like announcing this new love that you have found in your life that you're feeling super positive with. Okay, then you've got the tree, which takes time to mature. You know, a tree is rooted, but it takes time to get those roots really deep to where it is that really strong tree, right? So that's what's going on in this love situation. It's new. It's going to take time to, you know, really grow and root itself deeply. You've got the lily, maturity, aging, wisdom. So again, it's talking about, you know, in time, this is all coming. It's looking like this love relationship is going to last into, you know, slowly, gradually putting those roots down and growing old, aging into a long, healthy relationship is what it's looking like with the lily. Clouds. Okay, and then at some point comes in the clouds, which is uncertainty, confusion, learning to be honest with yourself. And it's saying like, don't make any rash decisions. Wait until the clouds clear, which they do, right? Like in any relationship, you're going to have clouds. It's just part of life. The clouds roll in, but they always dissipate, right? They always go away. So don't make any rash decisions in this time of cloudiness in this relationship. The next thing is the ring, which is very positive. It's being attached, having a partner, being very loyal, commitment, possibly a proposal. Then we have the moon is next. So there's following your instinct, being creative, imaginative. The moon is typically associated with female. There's also intuition, instinct, reputation. And then sometimes the moon is a full cycle. So it's things coming a full cycle. So you had that little bit of cloudiness, you had the ring, the proposal, then the moon is bringing back some of this moodiness. It's coming full cycle. So the moon is this whole thing coming full cycle. And then you've got the snake. It's a warning. It's a warning of lies, deceit, betrayal, but it's also a time of shedding your skin, shedding the skin of that old lies, deceit, betrayal, whatever it is that has, you know, clouded things up for you. Now is the time to shed that skin and, you know, kind of start anew. Then you've got the letter. And the letter is being a good communicator, releasing your thoughts. So after this little bit of clouds you've had, after the mood swings, the full circle of the moon, the shedding the skin, it's definitely time to sit down and communicate. Okay, and then we've got the birds. And that's exactly what the birds are, is communication, chatter, right? The birds like to chitter chatter all day, but also the birds can be like too much talk, right? Like gossip. But I would say the birds in this instance is more of the good communication between the couple, right? So it's the couple having this good communication. Then there's the house, which is really good. This is a sign of stability, of starting your own traditions, building your structure, building your foundation of this relationship, which brings us back to the beginning with the tree and the lily, which was saying, you know, go gradually, go slow, let those roots build. You know, you've got a lifetime, an entire generation for this lily to bloom. And so here we are. We've had our little clouds, we've had our little moon, we shed our skin, we communicated, and now here we are at the house, which is now building your structure, building your foundation, figuring out, you know, your own traditions, your own thing, how you guys want to do this relationship, right? Then we've got the cross, which is the next stage, which is kind of burden, sacrifice. You know, this is what you do in a relationship for each other. There's got to be some sacrifice. There's got to be some burdens that you're taking on that you didn't before as a single person. Just be careful to not play the victim, to not, you know, make sure you go back to that communication, that time of communication. Okay. Then you've got the dog, which is a good sign. This is loyalty. This is friendship, faithfulness, protection. And there's also the tree again, but this one is a short tree. So the short tree is abundance in many ways, not just with money. It is with money as well, but it's multiples of anything around it. So you could have multiple, the dog is right next to it, so you could have multiple loyal friends, and we'll get to the bouquet and see what that is. So the bouquet is also a positive card. The bouquet is blossoming, happiness, healing. And so you've got an abundance of these things around you, which is fantastic. I don't have a card for this one, which is why it's the little book. Okay, so there's an abundance of all these things around you. So this one is the lion, which is a symbol for your career. It's a loyal and helpful friend, strength, courage. Then you've got the mice, which can be the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the nitpicking, restlessness, edginess, emotional health, right? It's telling you, like, you need to stop. You need to take a breather. You need to stop right now, think about your emotional health, your emotional well-being, and do something about it. Take some steps to step back, you know what I mean, for a moment. Okay. And then it's got the mountain, which is basically like a mountain is an obstacle, something you need to overcome. Like, you don't just climb a mountain super easily, right? So the mountain is taking it step by step. So you've had this stress, you've had this anxiety, you've had this worry. And so you're going to start climbing that mountain. You're going to take step by step, one thing at a time. You're going to slow down, right? And realize how to climb this mountain and how to do it in a way that is not this stressful, nitpicky thing that you were going through before. You're going to learn. You're going to learn this mountain climbing skill. Okay? And then there's the whip, which is like arguments, abuse, repetition. You know, you've been going through these issues, these competitive, confrontational arguments. And so the advice for this card, and it says right on it, is to resolve internal conflicts, not conflicts with your partner. Resolve internal conflicts and forgive yourself. And with that will come the things that you need to heal as a couple. It starts inside yourself, right? And then the next card is the Coffin. So the Coffin is basically an end to these things, to the arguments, the abuse, the repetition. It's been going on and on. But by taking the advice and, you know, breaking those patterns, doing the self-work, forgiving yourself, then you're able to, you know, go on to the next phase, which is letting go of all that, restarting, a rebirth, change, transformation. At this point, though, there's like unhappiness, there's low self-esteem, feeling very negative, but that's just the beginning of the transformation, right? You have to feel uncomfortable in order to change. So just stick with it. That's the first part of that transformation. Go back to what you learned with the mountain, taking it step by step, right? Climbing that mountain step by step. Take all that negativity and get rid of it. Take all that negativity and how you learned with the mice, the stress, the worry, the edginess, the nitpickiness, take all that stuff, let it go, and start climbing that mountain again, right? And this time, you're going to be at the bottom of the mountain again, right? Because you're starting over. And that's okay. It's a beautiful thing to start over. That's what helps you grow and change and be a better person. So start back at the bottom of that mountain and start climbing little by little. You've got this. You can do it. Okay? And so that's our tea leaf reading. This is the Crone's Bones, and we'll see you later.